stages of human development, and developmental task.
In this period, tremendous growth happens, like from a single cell to an organism that have complete with brain and behavioral capabilities. In this period, the development perverts and takes place in three stages. It's called gestation. The three stages are germinal, embryonic, and fetal. In germinal stage, this is the first 2 weeks after conception, when one per million of sperm cell has been combined to the egg cell, it will form a zygote. During the germinal stage, the zygote begins to divide in order to implant into uterine wall. Once implementation is complete, embryonic stage begins. This is 2 to 8 weeks after conception. During this stage, the baby who had been developed is called an embryo. The embryo cells multiply and start to take on specific functions. This is called differentiation. Also, in this stage, organ development takes place, such as blood cells, kidney cells, and nerve cells.
The last stage is the fetal, which it is from 2 months up to 7 months after conception. A prenatal human being between the embryonic stage and birth is called fetus. Now, let's take a look on the normal fetal growth. 12 weeks. The fetus is 7 cm to 9 cm in the length and weight is 28 grams. In 16 weeks, the fetus is 10 cm to 17 cm in the length and weight 55 grams to 120 grams. In 20 weeks, the fetus is 25 cm in length and weight 223 grams. In 24 weeks, the fetus is 28 cm to 36 cm in length and weight 680 grams. In 28 weeks, the fetus is 35 cm to 38 cm in length and weighs 1,200 grams. In 32 weeks, the fetus is 38 cm to 43 cm in length and weighs 1,500 to 2,500 grams. In 36 weeks, the fetus is 42 cm to 49 cm in length and weighs 1,900 grams to 2,700 grams. In 40 weeks, the fetus is 48 cm to 52 cm in length and weighs 3,000 grams, which the skin is smooth, eyes are uniformly slate-colored, bones to skull are ossified and nearly together at sutures.
In this period, from birth to 2 years old, a time of extreme dependence on adults is visible. Many psychological activities are just beginning, such as language development, symbolic thought, sensory motor coordination, and social learning. In infancy, motor skills begin. There are two types. First, gross motor skills that uses large muscles, for example, grab things off the cabinet and chasing the balls. Second one is fine motor skills that uses small muscles, for example, writing and drawing. Also, in this period, an emotional bond and closeness, or what we call attachment of child to a specific figure, is present than parent, which how child responds emotionally to the objects, events, and people is also present. And lastly, separation anxiety of child start in this stage.
Young children learn to become more self-sufficient and to care for themselves as they age 3 to 5 years old. Children develop in school readiness skills and spend many hours in play with peers. Gross motor development, like an infancy, is present but more developed here, like they can do walking, running, galloping, jumping, leaping, twisting, swaying, bending, curling, swinging, streaking, kicking ball, dribbling, throwing ball, catching, and twirling. In this period, children starting to be in school making a friends, exploring things, question, or become curious. Sometimes parent problem for being too naughty, and importantly, they are in the stages of toy. Drawing, fast mapping, playing, and theory of mind, which individual thoughts about how mental process work, is present in early childhood for the parents, responsive and demandingness on how they discipline their children involves here.
In this period, the child is formally exposed to the larger world and its culture achievement becomes a more central theme of the child's world and self-control increases. The children enters troublesome, sloppy, and quarrelsome age which their parents focus on how to handle and discipline their child. Entering this phase is maybe about children from 6 to 12 years and having a good or bad influence to them. Children in middle and late childhoods enter agreement stage with one another. And additionally, since children exposed to the larger world, they experiencing more situations that can make them think creatively. The skills of late childhood can be categorized roughly into four major groups: self-help skills, social help skills, school skills, and play skills.
In this period, from 13 to 18 years old, we sometimes call it teenager period. It begins with rapid physical changes, dramatic gains in height and weight, changes in body contour, and the development of sexual characteristics such as enlargement of the breast, development of pubic and facial hair, and the beginning of the voice. Additionally, adolescent period pursuit of independence and identity are prominent. Thought is more logical, abstract, and idealistic, and more time is spent outside of the family. In adolescent period, puberty hits the teenager is to initiate a growth spurts. In males, its testes, and in females, its ovaries. Testosterone is the growth of testes and the scrotum penis, and first pubic hair, the capacity for ejaculation, is called spermacea. Estrogen is the beginning of breast enlargement, appearance of pubic hair, and widening of the hips. The first menstruation is called menarche.
In this period, it is a time of establishing personal and economic independence, career development, selecting a mate, learning to live with someone in an intimate way, starting a family, and rearing children as it ages from 18 to 19 years old. This period is the setting down and reproductive age of people, a problem age and one of emotional tension period, a time of social isolation and a time of commitments for them in this period. And in this period, a dependency of values change, of creativity, and of a judgment to a new life path.
In this period, from 30 to 60 years old, the physical changes start to occur and it's showing body aging. Also, in this period, it's developed generativity or the desire to expand one's influence and commitment to family, society, and future generations. Middle adulthood is the time of expanding personal and social involvement and responsibility, then assisting the next generation and becoming competent and mature individuals. People in middle adulthood reaching and maintaining satisfaction in career. Usual characteristics in middle age includes the beginning of rapid declines of fertility, graying of hair, lessening opportunities, and skin starting to lose elasticity.
Late adulthood, period from 61 years old and above, it is the time for adjustment to decreasing strength and healthy life review, retirement, and adjustment to new social roles. In this age period are likely to be living independently but often experience physical impairments since chronic diseases increase after age of 75. In late adulthood, it is divided into three categories, which are young old, age of 61 to 84, Oldest old, 85 to 99, and centenarians are 100 and above. At this time, it is important to find meaning and satisfaction in life rather than to become bitter and disillusioned. That is to resolve the conflict of integrity versus despair. Across adulthood, negative emotions like anger or wane and positive emotions like contentment become more prominent. To close late adulthood, the two significant social stages are retirement and dealing with grief and bereavement.
Teenagers are vulnerable. I wish the world could see just how we are and how impressionable we can be. I wish adults could take back all the negative things they said, see how much we hurt, and be positive instead. Look upon our fragile hearts and the chances we make. All the people will lie to us, all the risks we take. Notice we chance each and every day wanting to leave home, yet desperately wanting to stay. I wish they could remember how tough these years can be, the pressure to fit in, and the awful things we see. Our young minds are being molded, and the scars we bear run deep. Don't say we're not going to be anything. Instead, encourage us to leap. Reach out to give a helping hand. We can take one more step. Let us our dreams are in reach and always should be keep.
Thank you for watching